Good morning and welcome to another Ministry Minute with Pastor T. Look here, this morning I'm talking about being a good steward over our resources. I am in the New Living Translation Bible. I am in the book of Luke, chapter 16, starting at verse number 10, and it reads, "If you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones. But if you are dishonest in little things, you won't be honest with greater responsibilities. And if you are untrustworthy about worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches of heaven? And if you are not faithful with other people's things, why should you be trusted with things of your own?" Amen. Look here. The Lord was speaking this parable, and he's talking about money. And he is addressing the fact, if we don't know how to take care of the worldly resources that he gives us, how in the world are we going to take care of spiritual resources? And so he was letting us know, you don't know how to handle your own money. If you can't be faithful over your own money, how can I trust you with more? And many of us Christians, and those of us that's naming the name of Christ, sadly, a lot of us do not know how to care for the resources that he has already given us. And many of us, God, we will pray, God, give me the resource. God gives us the resource, and we go blow it on something else instead of what we're supposed to do it on. Or he gives you the job you've been begging for. He gives you enough to pay for what it is you need, your shelter, your clothing, your food. But what happens? You mismanage those resources, spend your money on whatever you want to spend it on, and then try to count somebody else's check and think they're supposed to come up and cover the real for you. That's not being wise over your resources. That's not being faithful. And he said, if you can't be faithful over the little that I give you, how can I trust you with more? And then it talks about, if you are not faithful with other people's things, if other people entrust you with their resources and you're not faithful over that, how are you going to be faithful over your own? Jesus didn't leave no stone unturned, and he let us know we have to be well-rounded Christians. We have to learn how to deal with our worldly resources, and we have to know how to deal with spiritual resources. And right now, with our worldly resources, he's testing us with what he's given us now. And if we can't handle what he's given us worldly, how in the world are we going to handle what he gives us heavenly? We're going to blow those resources. And in other words, what he's saying is, if I can't test you, if I can't trust you with worldly riches, how am I going to entrust you with people? How am I going to entrust you with the spiritual things of other people? How am I going to entrust you to deal rightly with people that I'm placing in your path? So on today, we better learn how to take care of the resources that he has already given us and show him, Lord, you can trust me with however little you give me. You can trust me with however much you give me, because he's not talking about that you need a whole bunch of money. What he's talking about with what I've given you, what do you do with it? Do you squander it? Do you save it? Do you invest in it? Do you have enough? Because I know I've given you enough, but what are you doing with it? So only you can answer that. I hope you've enjoyed this Ministry Minute, and if it be the Lord's will, I'll be back on tomorrow. God bless you and have yourself a great day.